Burkina people, today I bring you a message of hope and transformation. We have discovered vast oil reserves, over 100 billion barrels right beneath our soil. This discovery is not just about wealth, it's about power. No longer will outsiders dictate our future. We will use this gift to build schools, hospitals, and industries for us and for generations to come.
Welcome to Talk of Africa 360, your source for insightful news, analysis, and thoughtful commentary. If you value informed perspectives and fact-based reporting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is based on reliable public sources and credible online information. It is intended strictly for educational and analytical purposes. We do not promote or endorse political violence, hate speech, or any form of discrimination. Our goal is to inform, not to inflame. Thanks for being here. Let's stay informed together.
They say luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Well, for Burkina Faso, luck has struck in the form of black gold. The country just made one of the biggest oil discoveries in history, unearthing an astonishing 100 billion barrels of crude. But here's the intriguing part: this isn't your typical wildcat strike. No, this story goes much deeper, touching upon political ambitions, economic challenges, and a dash of good fortune. So buckle up, we're about to embark on a journey that could redefine Burkina Faso's place on the world stage. But before we dive into this captivating tale, let's take a moment to acknowledge the elephant in the room. We're talking about oil, a commodity that has shaped nations, spurred conflicts, and accelerated technological advancements. It's a double-edged sword, and its impact on Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation in West Africa, promises to be nothing short of seismic. Now, you might be wondering why this oil discovery matters. After all, there are countries with far larger populations and economies that could benefit more, right? Well, you're not wrong, but this isn't just about immediate gains. It's about potential, the chance to transform a region that has long been overshadowed by poverty and instability. Imagine a Burkina Faso where the streets of its capital, Ouagadougou, are illuminated day and night, where the hum of industry replaces the sound of despair, and where schools, hospitals, and roads are no longer a luxury but a birthright. That's the dream that this oil discovery has ignited. And it all started with a leader named Paul-Henri Damiba, a man who dared to challenge the status quo. In September of 2022, he did the unthinkable, leading a military coup that ousted the long-standing government. Now, some might see this as a moment of instability, a setback for democracy, but Damiba had a different vision. He saw an opportunity to chart a new course for his nation, one that was focused on development and prosperity, and his gamble paid off in a big way. In May 2023, just 8 months after the coup, Damiba stepped down, handing over power to none other than Captain Ibrahim Traoré. And this is where our story takes a fascinating turn. You see, Traoré wasn't just any ordinary leader. He was a man on a mission, a man who carried the hopes and dreams of an entire nation on his shoulders. Upon assuming office, Traoré wasted no time. With the support of neighboring nations, he reached out to international heavyweights like China and Russia, forging alliances that would bring billions of dollars in investments to Burkina Faso. But these investments weren't about bricks and mortar. They were about digging deep into the earth, unearthing the black gold that lay beneath the Sahel. In January 2024, the news broke. Burkina Faso had struck oil, not just any kind of oil, mind you, but an estimated 100 billion barrels, a treasure trove that could make the country richer than Saudi Arabia. Suddenly, Burkina Faso wasn't just a small nation in West Africa. It was a game-changer on the global economic stage. However, amidst this euphoria, a question hung in the air: how did they do it? The answer lies in the story of one man, a man who dared to dream big, Vladimir Putin. When Traoré took the helm of Burkina Faso, he inherited a nation grappling with multiple challenges. Poverty, extremism, and a sense of hopelessness seemed to cast a long shadow over the people. But instead of being daunted, Traoré saw opportunities. He understood that to lift his nation out of obscurity, he needed to take bold steps, make strategic alliances, and most importantly, invest in exploration. His first order of business was to reach out to Russia, a nation that had become a prominent player in the African oil industry. With Russia's help, Burkina Faso began surveying its vast untapped territories, searching for signs of the precious commodity. Meanwhile, he didn't neglect his domestic front. Traoré implemented policies aimed at stabilizing the economy, fostering growth and improving the lives of ordinary citizens. His focus was clear: create an environment where exploration and exploitation of natural resources could thrive. Then came the moment that changed everything. Deep in the heart of Burkina Faso, amidst the rugged terrain and endless plains, the first well was drilled. And what happened next was nothing short of miraculous. Black gold gushed forth, confirming what they had all hoped for. Burkina Faso was sitting on a treasure trove of oil. The discovery sent shockwaves across the globe, making headlines and rewriting economic forecasts overnight. But for Traoré, it was just the beginning. You see, with the discovery of oil comes a host of challenges. How to extract it, how to refine it, how to transport it, and most importantly, how to ensure that the benefits trickle down to the people. Traoré rose to these challenges, assembling a team of experts, both local and international, to develop a comprehensive plan. He knew that this oil wasn't just a windfall, it was a generational asset that needed to be managed wisely. Now, you might be wondering why this discovery is such a big deal. After all, there are countries with far larger economies and populations that have made similar finds. But here's the thing, this isn't just about the size of the discovery or the country itself. It's about the ripple effects, the dominoes that this find sets in motion. For instance, the influx of revenue from oil could transform Burkina Faso into one of the wealthiest nations in Africa. Imagine schools, hospitals, and infrastructure projects that were once dreams becoming tangible realities. Imagine farmers with access to modern tools and technology, businesses humming with activity, and families living with dignity. That's the kind of change that we're talking about. Moreover, this discovery has put Burkina Faso on the global map, making it a destination for investors and a key player in international relations. It's a shift in power dynamics that has the potential to reshape the future of the region. But as with any major shift, there are bound to be challenges. Questions about environmental impact, sustainability, and equitable distribution of resources need careful consideration. However, if managed well, this oil could be the catalyst for positive change, not just for Burkina Faso, but for the entire Sahel region. So let's delve deeper into this fascinating story. Let us explore the journey from discovery to production and understand the intricate web of challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. As we stand on the threshold of a new era in Burkina Faso's history, one question looms large. Can Burkina Faso handle 100 billion barrels of oil? The implications are profound, touching upon everything from infrastructure to international relations. Think about it, a sudden influx of wealth can be a double-edged sword if not managed properly. It can lead to inflation, corruption, and social unrest. On the other hand, if channeled wisely, it can propel the nation towards stability, prosperity, and self-sufficiency. The key, therefore, lies in foresight, in creating systems and structures that ensure transparency, accountability, and sustainable growth. It means investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure to support the burgeoning population and industries. The task is daunting, but not insurmountable. With careful planning, strategic partnerships, and a commitment to good governance, Burkina Faso can navigate these challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. It's a balancing act that requires finesse, but the stakes are too high not to try. The untold story behind Burkina Faso's shocking 100 billion barrel oil find is a tale of ambition, perseverance, and a dash of good fortune. The journey began with President Ibrahim Traoré's audacious vision for his nation. Upon assuming office, he inherited a country grappling with poverty and instability. But instead of being deterred, he saw opportunities. With strategic alliances forged, exploration efforts intensified, and by January 2024, the news broke: 100 billion barrels of oil, a discovery that promised to transform Burkina Faso forever. But this wasn't a fairy tale. There were challenges aplenty, questions about extraction, refining, and distribution. Yet Traoré rose to the occasion, assembling teams of experts to develop a comprehensive plan. This discovery has positioned Burkina Faso as a key player on the global economic stage, attracting investors and reshaping international relations. However, the true test lies ahead, managing this wealth responsibly to ensure sustainable growth and equitable distribution. It's a daunting task, but one that is essential to prevent the pitfalls of the resource curse. By investing in education, healthcare and infrastructure, Burkina Faso can pave the way for a brighter future. The world watches intently as Traoré prepares to unveil his nation's 100 billion barrels of oil. It's a moment pregnant with possibilities, a chance to rewrite the narrative of an entire region. As Traoré stands on the brink of this monumental decision, we're reminded of the gravity of his responsibility. The decisions he makes today will echo for generations to come. Will Burkina Faso emerge as a beacon of hope and prosperity, or will it succumb to the pressures of rapid wealth? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Traoré's bold vision has set in motion a chain of events that will undoubtedly shape the future of his nation and the world. Traoré's bold vision has set in motion a chain of events that will undoubtedly shape the future of his nation and the world. So keep your eyes on Burkina Faso, because this is just the beginning. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative and entertaining, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and share with your friends. Also, feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts, suggestions, or any other video requests you may have. Your feedback is highly valued and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
As reactions continue to pour in from across the continent, one thing is clear. Africa is demanding respect, sovereignty, and accountability. Was this just a diplomatic misstep or a deeper sign of shifting global alliances? We'll be watching closely. If you found this story important, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, unfiltered African news. This is Talk of Africa 360, telling the stories that matter.